Hello everybody, this is Domingo with you from D22 Reasons. Hope you're doing fantastic. And this video is titled 5 Reasons that KSI Might Lose. I'm not saying he will lose, I'm saying 5 reasons KSI might lose. And for those of you that are coming from the KSI Army, thanks for stopping by. So now, for those of you that are watching that do want to see Logan Paul defeated, watch my other video on 5 reasons why Logan Paul will lose. Those are the reasons that will help you see why he'll lose. But now, let's talk about 5 reasons KSI might lose. Now, these reasons are probably trivial to some people, or JJ probably knows about these reasons as well, but I'm just gonna say it because I feel that they need to be said. So the first reason is that if he stops training. That's a given reason, major reason that JJ will lose to Logan Paul if he stops training. But I know that's ultimately not true because he trains every day. He probably trains a few hours a week, 4 times, 5 times a day, does cardio, does all that. I know that. I know JJ trains hard, but if for some reason that he gets to a point where he loses himself and he stops training, then he'll lose because he hasn't trained his body enough to meet the demands of the fight. This is a big fight. This is in his hometown. This is in the UK. This is serious. So if JJ stops training, if KSI stops training, he will lose. So that's the first reason. The second reason, if he becomes like the Paul brothers. Now, what do I mean by this? If he follows their mentality, if he follows their way of promotion and doing things, like if KSI did what Logan Paul and Jake Paul are doing in the press conference there, if he did that, then he would lose because he would copy what they're doing. He would let the Paul brothers inside their head, inside his head, and he would just totally lose all credibility because he became like the Paul brothers. He became like Logan. He became like Jake. This also applies for Deji too. If Deji was more mature at the press conference, then he would not have had all that backlash against him. He would not have had Jake Paul serve him. I'm sorry to say, Deji, but you got served by Jake Paul because you did not show maturity. If KSI does not show maturity, or if KSI he's actually doing good. He's continuing to show maturity in adversity towards Logan Paul. He's not responding to his jabs. He's not doing anything too over the top. Although in the press conference, he did put on a blonde wig, but that was in good taste, actually. I didn't mind that at all, but Logan Paul got so offended by it, he took the wig off, and then that's when crap got crazy. So just little things like that. Just the maturity has to come from the person. So if KSI continues to be mature in regards to what Logan Paul and Jake Paul are doing, then he will win. But if he becomes more like Jake and Logan Paul, or if KSI becomes more like Logan Paul, then he will lose because he is letting that mindset creep into him and let that affect his rationale. The third reason is that if he chooses to stop the fight. Now, I know that this is an awkward reason, but I know for certain that KSI will not stop this fight. He started this fight. He started it. He called out Jake Paul and Logan Paul when he beat Joe Weller. There is no reason for KSI to stop this fight. But if for some reason that he decides to stop this fight, then he'll lose. He will lose because he is not a man of his word. But like I said, KSI Army, don't tase me, bro. He is a man of his word. He started this. He will finish it. So reason number 4 is if he responds to Logan Paul's attacks. Yes, if he responds to Logan Paul after Logan Paul continues to jab at him and jab, and if he keeps responding and responding and responding, he will lose the energy to focus on the fight. If he just cuts himself off from just Logan Paul for just like a day or two, he'll focus on his training. He'll focus on his conditioning, his mental stability to be able to fight well. Because Logan Paul is a guy that has no rationale, no impulse control, no maturity, none at all. And if he continues to attack KSI, and if KSI continues to attack him for attacking him, then the energy is going to shift. His energy towards, oh, Logan Paul is doing this, I should go back at him. If he focuses his energy on Logan Paul, then Logan Paul will have enough energy to beat him in the fight. You see what I'm saying here, everybody? You see what I'm saying here, KSI Army? That if KSI continues to go after Logan Paul goes after him in like these social media squabbles and Twitter fights and Instagram stuff, then KSI will lose. If KSI continues to feed off of Logan Paul. If Logan Paul gets in his head and KSI goes after Logan Paul, then the fight has already been decided in that regard. Feeding each other. There are two dogs. One dog is good and one dog is bad. Which is the better dog? The one that you feed. If you feed a good dog, you'll get good dog. If you feed a bad dog, you'll get bad dog. That is the key. And the number 5 reason that KSI might lose to Logan Paul, and I stress this enough. I don't stress this enough. Am I somebody that likes violence? No. But am I somebody that does not like what Logan Paul is doing? Yes. I don't hate Logan Paul. I just don't like what he does. Because it's not in us to hate a person. It's not in us to hate people, no matter what they've done. If a person did something to you that was scarring and totally jarring, then you have every right to hate what they did, but you can't hate them. Because hating them will poison you. It'll make you sick. The reason that I segue into this is that the reason that KSI will lose to Logan Paul is that if he hates his guts. Now, I'm sure he hates his guts entirely after what went down at the press conference. I'm sure KSI and Logan Paul, they hate each other. They hate each other. They do. But KSI might lose because he really hates Logan Paul. If he shifted his mindset in hating what he does instead of hating him, then his mental stability will focus on hating what he does. Oh, I hate that he's making fun of teenagers. I hate that he films dead bodies in the forest. I hate that he's still disrespectful in Italy and Japan. I hate what Logan Paul does. I don't hate him. If he let go of the hate to Logan Paul and focused the energy on what he does, KSI will win. And that speaks volumes. And let me close off by saying this for the 5th reason. I hated somebody before, and I felt the effects of hating somebody. The first day, you just have this like rage inside you, this seething hate. But then after the days that go on, you lose all focus. You lose focus on yourself. You lose focus on what you should be doing in life. You give in to your impulses. You just lose all train of thought when you hate somebody so much. So instead of hating one person, just hate what they do. Because what they do speaks more volumes than the person. I mean, I'm sure that the 2 people involved are really great people. KSI and Logan Paul. I'm sure those 2 are great people, but I don't like what Logan Paul does. I don't like what Jake Paul does. I don't like what he's doing. I don't like what Logan Paul is doing either. I don't hate the Paul brothers. I don't like what they do. And KSI should do the same thing. He should not like what Logan Paul does. So there you go. Those are 5 reasons KSI might lose to Logan Paul. So I hope you enjoyed watching this. And if you have any criticisms that you would like to leave me, I would appreciate it by leaving a comment below. And if you are a new subscriber or from the KSI Army, subscribe below and click on the bell so that you'll see more Reasons videos. And you can also give me suggestions for Reasons videos as well. I would love suggestions, and I am open to suggestions. So that'll be it, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and listen to Reason.